Alright, for the Hebrew Israelite, come here week in and week out, prophesy against the sinful kingdom, America, which is the Bible known as Babylon the Great. The first song against Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushai,
Rakta Yahushai,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushai,
Rakta Yahushai,
Kalpulai Yahweh Yahushai,
Kalpulai Yahweh Yahushai,
Bahashim Rakakadash,
Bahashim Rakakadash.
Double honor to the elder apostle, our great military who will, who we learn from, to the fear and power of Yahweh Yahushai, and to stereotype to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that put the truth in the right way, true doctrine to the fear and power of Yahweh Yahushai. So we can get straight into it, man. Like you so-called Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, y'all need to fucking realize that you so-called white people don't fucking like you. We're not gonna realize and wake up to the fact that they hate you. And they always hated you. They just been hiding it for an X amount of time, and then now they starting to show their true colors. You know? So we out here to tell you to never trust these fucking white people, man. Y'all should already know that nothing changed after slavery. They just went into being cop or administrative people or hire you, but they still doesn't fucking like you. You know? So we pretty much getting the prophecy and scripture backing up that there could be a race riot between the so-called Latino, Native American, and the Negro, and the so-called white people. And that's what the Lord had ordained and prophesied to happen. And it's going to happen. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and 10. And then shall many be afflicted. Select.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1?
And then go down and then
This is Matthew chapter 24 and 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left there one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be?
So the disciple was inquiring when Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ, is going to come back. You know, he said all these buildings, you know, the temple will be broken down. So they inquired, hey, how are we going to know when you're coming back? How are we going to know what to look out for when you return? So this is what Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ, this is what he gave us. You know, yeah?
And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
What shall be the sign of his coming? What do we look for? That's how we know you're going to be coming back. The second coming, who the world called it. The second coming, whatever you want to call it. This is what they're inquiring about.
End of the world.
Question, and the end of the world. They're not talking about the physical world. They're talking about the rulership of this world, man. The time period, the age of this place. Yeah, when going to be the end of this place, the end of the eon in the Greek word, a time period, an age. When is this going to be over with?
In Esau's world.
Yeah, in the Esau world. Hold up.
This is 2 Ezra 6 verse 7. Then Azariah said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? Or when shall be the end of the verse and the beginning of it?
Right, so if Ezra inquiring to the angel, hey, when will be the end of the first? We're in the first time period right now. Esau rulership, the so-called white people, the wicked are in rulership right now. When will be the end of this first rulership? Or the end of this first world?
It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau.
Right, Esau is the so-called white man, the progenitor of the so-called white people, and Jacob is the progenitor of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. The 12 tribes, the children of the 12 tribes, or the 12 sons of Jacob. That's the second that follows, man. The people of heaven, the rulership of the Israelites coming afterwards. Go ahead.
Where Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, the both.
Right, so the so-called white man is the end of the world, and the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American is the next rulership in power, man. Not the Russians or the Chinese. It can be us. We're looking at the future rulership right now. Go ahead. That's the end of that. Go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
Right. There's going to be a time period before your house shall return where people start hating each other. And we already see that right now. Everything, the President Donald T or DJ Trump came in office, these so-called white people have felt empowered to show their racism now. Right. You know, they have shown their true colors. You know, they have
been emboldened.
Yeah.
They've been emboldened to carry out acts of racism. You know? And like supposedly Nia Wilson, the young lady, all right, who was stabbed on the park. Supposedly the guy who killed her, that was a white supremacist initiation. That's what some people are saying.
Yeah, because that's what you have in different gang or group. You have an initiation. Right. I was watching a show called Blue Brother on Netflix, where it's on one of the local shows, local channels. But on one of the episodes, one of the initiation for somebody to join the gang was to shoot at an officer. So they have different types of initiation to show that you really with the shit.
Yep.
So that's not far-fetched.
Right.
Go ahead. Yeah, because these so-called white people, their wickedness never been hidden away. Their true color has just been revealed. They have been revealed, right? They hid it for a time period, but you gotta be reminded that he's still a crack at the end of the day. That he's still the wicked. That he still hates your ass. Just because slavery is done away with, doesn't mean he doesn't like you no more. He still hates you so-called black people, man. He hates you with a perfect hatred. That's why even feeling the right to gun you down, call the police on you. And they feel emboldened to do that ever since Donald Trump come in power. Yep. Go ahead. This is why. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thy enemy. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, never trust your enemy. Who's your number one enemy? These so-called white people.
Right.
Crackers. That's why you're a fucking cracker. Never trust them. They say never trust your enemy. They always been our enemy since the beginning. Go ahead.
It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right, so just like the iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All you gotta do is wipe it away and throw the iron, you gotta wipe the rust off of it. That's with the so-called white man. Just because it got old, it'll look old for an X amount of years, all you gotta do is wipe it off and you can still see it's still that wicked ass man. Go ahead. You so-called white people are the devil.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take the heed and beware of him.
Right. Just because he act like he's cool at the job, he gonna hire you. He act cool and whatnot. He might act like he's hip and something like that. You gotta beware of him, no matter what. You can't take that as a light thing. Don't be naive to the fact that he's not wicked. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped that looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rest have not been altogether wiped away.
Right, so just like you're in the shower, you got the mirror and the hot thing, you can't see nothing. All you gotta do is wipe it away. That's how the so-called white man. You gotta uncover the veil of the so-called white man, you know? They can see he's still the wicked. Go ahead.
It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Right, don't make him your best friend. Don't make him your right-hand man. Oh, this is my boy. Don't become too familiar with him at the workplace, you know? Hey, the scripture says you can use the word but don't abuse it, you know? Go ahead.
I got something, brother.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, this is Proverbs 26 and 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Proverbs 26 and 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Right, so you can't believe him, man. All that abomination with them represents
kept the woman and the children. All right, because when there's a child, what does Scripture say? Raise up a child the way he should go, and he will not depart from it. So if you get like a little 2-3-year-old kid, so-called kid, or child, you can raise him up to be a slave. But like a grown-ass man that had autonomy, you gotta put his ass to death. He's gonna keep rebelling. They show you that in Roots. Kunta, they was like, man, they was about to chop off his rod. But what did they do? They chopped off his foot. They gave him a choice because he always had that spirit of rebellion because he came from loyalty. He came from a place where he was free. He had autonomy. But see, the children after that, they just grew up and they got indoctrinated to be slaves, and then we lost our way. So that's why King David did that. The men, he had to just put them to death. But the children and the women, okay, and then a lot of times cattle, they would take everything that you got. They pop the woman, all right, wipe out the line because then now that's your line. All right, you leave seed in her, and you eliminate their whole line. That's just how shit goes, man. People, why you being so emotional, man? Those are rules of war right there, man.
Hey, but that's true though, because these are indoctrinated kids, man. They did it in slavery. They did it with the Gadite. And then they have the border school. They transformed the whole mind and thinking of the Gadite, man.
Right.
But it's so-called Native American.
They would send them to boarding schools.
Yeah.
They would get them out of their traditional homeland and they would send them to boarding schools. Why? To indoctrinate them so that they could be raised as children. So Esau did the same thing to us. Okay, they would take the woman if they could, they rape them, and they have little tears, and then actually the children, they would just send them to boarding schools. You know, Esau doing all types of freak shit to them, man. That's why you got the Gadites now, they're so bugged out, man.
Hey, but that's what they're doing now, man. They want to your kid K-12 and indoctrinate your kid for fucking over 18 years, man.
Be a slave. Right.
How to follow the way of society.
Right.
Be a yes man.
Exactly.
Deuteronomy chapter 21 and 11. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after
Hey, isn't there ex-husband or a husband that just died? Isn't there her mother and father, man? Oh, yeah? Because, women just so easy, you know? A nigga could die today if he was that nigga tomorrow, you know? Or that same night.
Oh, hey, that movie that just came out on Netflix, How It Ends, to show you that. No, it was fine everything. You was already, she was with the next Edomite, man. Oh, we thought she was dead. You know? He probably already squirted in her and everything, you know? Because you know, that whole thing is what? We gotta keep society going, you know? Civilization. Oh, they show you that in the example of Sodom and Gomorrah was not. They thought that, all right, there ain't nobody else, so we gotta keep our seed going. That's why they got him drunk, because when you watch that movie, there wasn't nobody in sight, man. You know, there was all types of animals popping out. There was that nuclear wind, that nuclear winter. So he was like, they made a decision. He looked at her like, I'm taking care of you. She already knew what she had to do. You know?
Deuteronomy chapter 21 and 12. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in the house, in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her, and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife.
What that is, that's how the death word, man. You know? That's the prayer of the case thing. Or you already have reference things in the party out there on the air.
It's like 33rd verse.
16. It's like 33. Yeah. Here we go. This is Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Yeah, because people be dying out here for lack of bread. You know, that's all that's gonna happen when they come around like work. It can be a complex variety of hell and even time going on. Ethnic, family, rape, riot, war, everything is going on all at one time. That's how complex it is.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. Thy man shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty man, in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And in
Yeah, talking about America, man. America will be destroyed. But you can also, part of that could be also applied to the wage war, man. We got white men, wage war group, gang, Nazi group, militia group. Look at how they so-called mighty men, not just in the army, but also here in the United States as well.
it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach.
Right, that's only be for the elect men, you know? See how transfer the mighty men dying and stuff to the elect men, having an ethnic woman so they can be saved. Genesis 49, Judah shall be a proud line.
Genesis 39, 49. This is Genesis 49 and 9.
We birthed one verse. We're going to tell you what's going to happen on the last day.
Genesis 49 and 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said,
Right, Jacob was the father of the 12 tribe of Israel, man. From Judah all the way down to Israel, right?
gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
And this is right before he was about to die. And he was about to tell his son what's going to happen in the future. So he was prophesying to each tribe of their, what the scripture said is,
Before them.
yeah. And then also in Deuteronomy 28, where in one of the said, it shall be an ensign, ensign on you, so you know who is who.
Deuteronomy 33 as well. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. 1 through 14 outlines the blessings, and then 15 through 68 outlines the curses. I'm sorry. And then when you go to Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, it further expounds on what is written in Genesis, the 49th chapter. All right, so by the curses, and then in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, and then what Jacob prophesied about in Genesis 49th chapter, and the insights that the brother's talking about in Deuteronomy 33rd chapter, that's how you can properly identify who the tribes are. All right, and so you carnal-minded people, especially you so-called Negroes, you can't really see that, okay, the so-called Mexicans, they fulfill Genesis 49th chapter. And also when you go into the book of Chronicles, right, First Chronicles, it talks about Issachar, they had knowledge of the stars of when they should go to war. And because that's why the so-called Mexicans and the so-called Guatemalans, everybody's all about what? The calendar. Okay, all about their knowledge of astronomy. Why? Because that was the blessing that they were given. Right? Because each tribe has a particular spirit. Matter of fact, get a second Ezra, the second chapter. Exactly. Not everybody is saved. Right? Because look, not even because people be like, well, look, we're
may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.